Well, just look at this, folks. Just got a championship ring on here. Now, if you've ever had dreams of wearing one of these, stepping into the shoes of your favorite player, or wearing the jersey of our team and Las Vegas Aces, are making that a reality. Their fantasy camp gives you the chance to experience the pro basketball life, and Chief Strategy Officer Blair Hardick is here with all the details. Hey, Blair.
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for coming in. Not least of all, she's very kindly lent me and entrusted me, of all people, with the chance to wear this. But this is, I mean, obviously, this is one of the, and you've got the other rings on as well.
And one in my pocket.
One in the pocket,
yep.
One in the pocket, one in the hand. But this is one of the reasons why the fantasy camp was started, because people, you know, dream and aspire and have that vision that one day, even if it's past, they could be a fantasy, you know, a real player. So where did the idea for the fantasy camp actually come from?
So we always sit around and we talk as a front office, what can we do to get fans more involved? And with the Aces, Mark Davis is absolutely amazing with all the access that he grants. So this is fans' opportunity to not just come to a game, see all the glitz and the glamour, but they get to step on the court where the Aces actually play at Aces headquarters and at Michelob.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people don't get a chance to even come anywhere close to these facilities, let alone step foot on the courts, which I'm sure are protected most times anyway. So with that being said, who can sign up for this? What is the experience and what is included within what they're going to get the chance to do?
So it's for adults 21 and over, men and women. It does not matter your skill set. You could have played college basketball, you could have not played at all. But what's really unique too, you can sign up as a player or a coach. So a lot of times we get questions that say like, I'm not in shape, I'm not ready, like, but I really want to do it.
Yeah.
They want the access, the autographs, everything that comes with it. But if you sign up as a coach, then you actually get to learn from our coaches. So last year we had Chalk Talks. Becky Hammond was part of the practice for an entire hour and a half.
Wow.
So when do, you know, adults as non-players get the opportunity to step on the court and learn from a Hall of Famer coach, Becky Hammond? It
does not happen. I mean, most of us aren't fit to wear the hoodie that goes underneath the jacket in the first place, but to get a chance to pick up brains and spend some time with her is incredible. Which kind of leads me on to last year, because that was the inaugural fantasy camp, the first time you did it. Clearly, things went well. What made it really special doing the first one?
Obviously, to your point, it was the first. We didn't know exactly what to expect, but we had 20 participants from 14 different states. And to just see the emotion that came out of the players, I mean, it was people that hadn't played for a long time. We had some injuries, but an opportunity to come back, live the dream. We had tears, we had, you know, all the storytelling, and, you know, when the fantasy campers left, to even see the bond that they made as adults. A lot of unknown going into it, but I can honestly say going into my 5th season that it was 3 of my favorite days on the job just because of the participants that we had.
Yeah, clearly people sign up with that huge desire and dream to fill those shoes, fill those boots, and cross something off the bucket list. You mentioned people can be coaches. It's not just for people who want to play. So what are some of the other things if people aren't physically capable of stepping on a court,
Sure.
of participating as a player? What are kind of other things they're going to get to experience that aren't just, you know, restricted to being on the court?
So in addition to actually having the scrimmages, the practices, the games, we actually go to the game on the 15th. So there's an Aces game on the 15th. We play Minnesota. So a unique opportunity too is that you get to sit courtside to watch all the players warm up. We have a suite, everything's stacked with food, but participants are flown in, pay for nothing, all the meals are covered. You even arrive at the airport with a sign that has your name on it. But literally it's about exclusive access, it's about fun, it's about autographs, photos, the connection, but more than anything, bringing fans closer to the game. Fans are hungry for more, so it's not enough for the Aces that we have games, we bring people in, but we're always looking to do more. What can we do more to make sure that fans are connected, not just to the W, to the team, but also to the players?
So how do fans and viewers and our friends at home register for the fantasy camp? What's involved?
aces.WNBA.com/fantasy camp. But if you go to the Aces website, click on fantasy camp, there's an option as a local or out-of-towner. So it's kind of whatever you want. We can customize it to be a fantastic experience.
And you actually have a bit of a surprise, right?
I do have a surprise. So if you're listening today, we're offering 10% off. The code is FANTASY10. So in caps, FANTASY10. But literally, this is an opportunity that as an adult, your opportunity to live the life of a pro and get closer to the Las Vegas Aces.
And very quickly before we have to go, and I have to give back this ring, unfortunately, Blair. This season just started off. We're talking about some of the new players coming in, really good integration. How are things going on the court?
I'll tell you what, our offices are right above where the players practice, and the energy, how loud they are, the excitement, and what I love most about the team is they have fun. And no matter what season it's been and the ebbs and flows that come with the season, Hall of Famer coach Becky Hammond knows how to run a team. And if you've ever come to a game, A'ja Wilson is just incredible. So if you haven't been to a game, I'd encourage you to do so.
Yeah, definitely go and see the MVP and definitely see a Hall of Famer coach do what she does best. Blair, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for letting me keep this ring. She just said that to me off camera, by the way. Live out your WNBA dreams and make it a reality. You'll be able to look back on forever. And for all the info on how to register, visit aces.WNBA.com/fantasycamp.